Did you know that some fruits might be raising your blood sugar without you even realizing it? Fruits are healthy, right? But not all of them are blood sugar friendly, and this can affect your health in a dangerous way, especially for those with diabetes. Imagine eating a fruit thinking you're doing something good, only to find out you're sabotaging your glucose control. This can lead to serious complications over time. In this video, I'll show you the 10 fruits that raise blood sugar the most and what you can do to make smarter choices without giving up flavor. Stay tuned and learn how to control your glucose in a simple and effective way. But before we continue, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because I'll be bringing a series of videos that will help you manage your diabetes and regain your health. Let's get started. 1. Pineapple. Pineapple is one of those fruits that wins you over with its taste. Refreshing, just the right amount of tartness, and it even helps with digestion thanks to bromelain, a natural enzyme that aids stomach function. However, when it comes to glucose control, especially for people with diabetes, it's important to understand how this fruit behaves in our body. Pineapple has a high glycemic index, meaning it turns into sugar quickly after you consume it. The result? Blood sugar can spike easily, causing those peaks we want to avoid. This doesn't mean you need to cut pineapple from your diet, but moderation is key. A medium-sized slice at a time, preferably with a source of fiber, like chia, flaxseed, or oats, can help slow down the sugar absorption rate. And be careful. Pineapple juice, even if it's natural, is even more problematic because it removes the fruit's fiber and concentrates the sugar. So, if you're going to eat it, go for the whole fruit in small portions, always pairing it with something that helps balance its impact on your glucose levels. 2. Watermelon. Watermelon is that irresistible fruit on hot days, right? Super juicy, refreshing, and feels light. But here's an important warning. Despite seeming harmless, watermelon has a very high glycemic index. This means that when you eat a slice, the sugar from the fruit enters your bloodstream quickly, raising your glucose levels in no time. And this is a silent risk for those with diabetes or prediabetes. One thing many people don't realize is that since watermelon is made up of about 90% water, it gives a false sense of lightness. But the truth is, it also contains a good amount of fructose, the natural sugar in fruit. And since it's easy to overeat, after all, it's light and sweet, many end up eating too much without realizing the impact. So, how can you consume it more safely? The tip is to moderate the amount. A small piece, combined with a source of healthy fat, like some nuts or a little natural yogurt, can help slow down the sugar absorption. And once again, avoid watermelon juice. It concentrates the sugar even more and removes the fibers that help control glucose. Before we continue, I want to take a quick pause to ask you, have you ever imagined how much easier it would be to control your blood sugar levels if you had a complete menu, full of delicious and healthy recipes tailored for diabetics? Often, the struggle to manage glucose lies in the food, and choosing the right foods can make all the difference. That's why I've made my ebook, Smart Eating, the nutritional guide for diabetics, available, and you can download it right now from the first pinned comment. This book will help you prepare all your meals with easy and tasty recipes that won't cause your glucose to spike uncontrollably. Click on the first pinned comment because we only have a few units left and it will soon be taken down. Click now and grab your ebook. 3. Overripe banana. Bananas are a super popular, convenient, nutritious fruit full of benefits. But when they're very ripe, with those dark spots on the peel and the soft, mushy pulp, that's where the danger lies, especially for those with diabetes or who need to manage their blood sugar. Do you know why? As the banana ripens, the resistant starch, which is digested more slowly, turns into simple sugars like glucose and fructose. This means that the riper it is, the sweeter it becomes, and the sugar enters your bloodstream faster. This effect can cause blood sugar spikes, which should be avoided by those trying to control their blood sugar levels. This doesn't mean you need to eliminate bananas from your diet. The trick is to choose bananas that are at the right ripeness, neither too green nor too ripe, and consume them in controlled portions. Additionally, combining bananas with fiber-rich foods, healthy fats, or proteins, such as oats, chia, natural yogurt, or unsweetened peanut butter, help slow down the absorption of sugar. 4. Grapes. Grapes are a convenient, delicious fruit full of antioxidants, like the famous resveratrol, which is great for the heart. But when it comes to blood sugar control, caution is needed. This is because despite being small and seeming harmless, grapes have a high natural sugar content and a moderate to high glycemic index. Depending on the variety, the sweeter ones, like seedless grapes, increase this impact. Another important point: we usually eat many grapes at once, right? After all, they're small and easy to snack on. But that's the problem. In just a few minutes, you might have eaten 15, 20, or even 30 grapes, which equals a large amount of sugar quickly entering your bloodstream, causing unwanted glucose spikes, especially for those with insulin resistance or diabetes. The key is portion size. If you want to eat grapes, do so mindfully. Eat just a few, preferably along with foods rich in fiber, protein, or healthy fats like nuts or natural yogurt. This way, you slow down the absorption of sugar and avoid blood sugar spikes. 5. Mango. Mangoes are a delicious, tropical fruit full of flavor and loved on a daily basis. In addition to being rich in vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants, they also contain a significant amount of fructose, the natural sugar in fruit. And this is the point of concern. Mangoes have a moderate to high glycemic index, meaning they can raise blood sugar levels easily, especially if consumed in excess or alone. A very common mistake is thinking, oh, it's fruit, so I can eat as much as I want. But the truth is, depending on the quantity and ripeness of the mango, the glycemic impact can be much higher than imagined. The riper it is, the sweeter it becomes, and the faster the sugar is absorbed. The result? A possible spike in blood sugar levels. This doesn't mean mangoes are forbidden, okay? They can indeed be part of a healthy diet, but the ideal is to control the portion. For example, half a mango at a time is already enough. And, as always, the secret is in the combination. Eating mango with sources of fiber or healthy fats, like oats or some nuts, can help slow down the speed at which sugar enters your blood. 6. Canned cherries or preserved fruits. Cherries are small fruits, but super tasty and nutritious. They are rich in antioxidants and vitamin C, which are great for health. However, the canned cherry version, or preserved fruits, has a big warning. They're soaked in sugar syrup, which drastically increases the sugar content you're consuming. And this, of course, can cause blood sugar spikes. When fruits are preserved in syrup, they absorb the sugar from the syrup, meaning the sugar content in canned cherries is much higher than in the fresh version. Even if you eat a small portion, you're consuming more sugar than you think. The worst part is that the syrup doesn't contain fiber and is absorbed quickly by the body, causing blood sugar to rise rapidly. For those with diabetes or those wanting to manage their blood sugar, it's important to avoid canned cherries or any preserved fruit, as they not only raise blood sugar levels, but also offer many more calories than fresh fruit. If you want to enjoy the taste of cherries, prefer the fresh or frozen version without added sugar. 7. Dried fruits. Dried fruits, such as dates, raisins, and dried apricots, are a convenient option for quick snacks and are a great source of fiber, iron, and potassium. However, they have a serious drawback. The drying process concentrates all the natural sugars of the fruit. This means a small portion of dried fruit can have much more sugar than the fresh version. For example, one date can have the same amount of sugar as several small bananas. And since dried fruits lose their water during the drying process, they also lose the fiber that helps control blood sugar. As a result, the sugar from a fruit enters the bloodstream quickly, which can cause blood sugar spikes. So, while dried fruits are a healthy and nutrient-rich option, they should be consumed in moderation, especially for those with diabetes or those wanting to manage their blood sugar. A good strategy is to eat very small portions, for example, 2 or 3 dates or raisins at a time, and always combined with a source of protein or healthy fats like almonds or yogurt to help slow down the sugar absorption. 8. Cantaloupe melon. Cantaloupe is a light, refreshing fruit and one of the favorites during the summer. With its high water content, it helps to hydrate and quench thirst, in addition to being a good source of vitamin C. However, when it comes to controlling glucose, it's important to monitor the amount consumed, as cantaloupe has a moderate glycemic index. This means that when eaten, the sugar from the fruit enters your bloodstream more quickly than in other fruits with a lower glycemic index, such as citrus fruits. Cantaloupe contains natural sugars, like fructose, which, when consumed in large quantities, can lead to a faster rise in glucose levels. So, even though it's a healthier option than many sweets, it's not free of risk for those who need to maintain blood sugar control. The key to enjoying cantaloupe in a healthy way is moderating the portions. A small slice or a cup of cantaloupe is enough to enjoy the refreshing taste without overloading on the glycemic impact. Avoid cantaloupe juice, as it can concentrate the sugar and remove the fruit's fiber, which speeds up sugar absorption. 9. Canned peaches. Peaches are a delicious fruit, sweet and full of nutrients such as vitamin A, C, and potassium, which are good for health. However, when you find canned peaches, the situation changes quite a bit. The canned version, as the name suggests, is soaked in sugar syrup, making it a much sweeter and, unfortunately, less healthy option. The sugar syrup adds a significant amount of calories and carbohydrates, without providing the fiber benefits found in fresh peaches. This excess sugar can quickly raise blood glucose levels, which can be problematic for those with diabetes or those seeking to control glucose spikes. Additionally, canned peaches are easy to consume in large quantities because they're already sweet and ready to eat. But the amount of sugar ends up being much more than you would expect, and the glycemic impact is much quicker than with the fresh version. 10. Orange juice. Orange juice is a classic drink full of vitamin C and antioxidants, which is good for the immune system and has a refreshing taste. However, when it comes to controlling glucose, orange juice, even though it's natural, is not as harmless as it seems. That's because, when processed, the juice loses most of the orange's fiber, which is essential in helping to control glucose spikes. Moreover, a whole orange has less sugar than the juice made from several oranges. In a glass of orange juice, you might consume the sugar of 2 or 3 oranges at once, causing a quick rise in glucose levels, something that should be avoided, especially for those with diabetes. Orange juice also has a high glycemic index, meaning the sugar from the fruit enters the bloodstream quickly and can cause glucose spikes. This is even more problematic when the juice is consumed without other sources of fiber or healthy fats, which could help slow down sugar absorption. If you enjoyed the tips, don't forget to leave your comment below, sharing what you think or if you have any questions. Like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any important tips on how to control glucose and live a healthier life. We're in this journey together for your health. See you in the next video.